All right. So here we go. I'm here with Kevin Butler from Four Bridges Lending.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So this is actually his office here, and he's welcomed me in here to talk to him about some of the businesses and learn some more about Kevin himself.
Right.
So to get started, I'm just going to ask you, who is Kevin? How'd you get started?
So I'm a lifelong Anne Arundel County resident. Been in the business, in the financial world, 37 years now, this past June. I'm a leader of people. I like bringing people together. All the companies that I've either owned or worked with, there's always been that leadership role that I think at an early age I really took to like. And bringing people together, collaborating was something I really like. So again, 59 years in Anne Arundel County, a graduate of University of Maryland, and just excited.
Go Terps. Yeah. Same here.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. So what actually got you started in this business?
Yeah, so right out of school, I was by a peer friend of mine. He was in the mortgage business, right, the residential lending business, and he said you should try this. So I ended up applying for a job, right out at 21 years old with First Union Home Equity in Charlotte, North Carolina. Went through their management trainee program, came back, opened up a branch in Anne Arundel County of First Union Home Equity, and took that to the top. Spent 2 years there, and just decided I think I can do this on my own. And from that point on, I owned my own business for 12 years. Right after that.
Right. So you started 12 years ago. So what got you to this point? What was successful that got you to such a successful lending company?
I just think I learned at an early age the leadership piece and bringing people together. Retention, we talk about recruiting in the business a lot, and retaining good employees is as important. And that helped me grow my success early on. And today I use that as well. You delegate, you trust, and you surround yourself with good people. And if you do that, no one could ever stop what you're doing.
Right. So you're talking about the people. It's essential to any company, a great company like this is the people. And you've expanded to other locations, and I'm sure that's been both a struggle, but also an opportunity to work in other states as well. So I know you have other locations. So tell me about the name itself. So where'd you come up with that name, and why is it Four Bridges?
Yeah, the Four Bridges name was started in 2018, and I wanted to build a foundation of companies that were all related, so synced together. So as you spend as long as I have in the lending business, whether it's residential, commercial, the needs of a customer, whether they're commercial customers or residential customers, they might need to buy a boat, or they might, that builder might buy an apartment project or build a shopping center. And to do that, they need cranes and bulldozers and bobcats to build. So I said, a light went off and said, why can't I finance all these revenue streams? So out of that, you've got Four Bridges Home Loans, Four Bridges Commercial Capital, Fleet Finance for all of the heavy equipment. I started Blue Water Marine Capital, which is a company under the Four Bridges lending name, to finance marinas, the real estate of it, and also to finance vessels. And we currently just signed a contract to start financing barges and tugboats out of Florida. Wow. So that was the last couple months. That's a budding industry. So it's, when you pull all these companies together and you look at the economy, and the economies to scale, that at any time, in 37 years, I've seen rates go up, rates go down, credit crunch of 2008, where we are today there's a supply issue of houses. The housing demand rates are up, but any one of these sectors are hot and cold at this different times. So if you're in all these revenue streams, your business will thrive because they're all not dormant at once.
Right. So you've diversified in all those areas.
Diversification is the key.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about getting the revenue streams and what has been successful about actually getting people to know about Four Bridges and then get the phone ringing.
Yeah. So, you would know this better than a lot of people, but social media, what got you here won't get you there. That's right. A big quote of mine. So these companies that have worked and built a brand, if you don't change with the times, again, what got you there won't get you there. So Lacey Snyder is one of my marketing directors, and she's great. You know, she's really out there networking every day. And, you know, the podcast networks you can do and all the social media avenues out there, you got to get your analytics up, right?
Right.
So that's the key here. And
You
that's
have to
what
be seen.
You got to be seen. You
Yeah.
got to be heard.
Yes.
Right. The days of newspaper ads and radio and TV, they're dying because nobody's watching it anymore. It's a different medium now.
Right. Right. So speaking of that, so you know what got you here won't get you there.
Yeah.
Where do you actually see this the business going in the future? Where do you see Four Bridges going?
Yeah, I mean, Four Bridges is just it's on the launching pad. It's blowing up. I mean, you know, I believe the economies, again, we talk about that again. I think interest rates go up, interest rates go down. We're in a 7% residential rate right now. We're about an 8.5% commercial rate. Over the next 2 years, they'll go back down. But I think you have to continue to right size your business as you're growing your business, meaning as you grow and you're hiring good people, you've also got to right size your business and optimize, right? And that's the strength of Four Bridges too, the pillars of success, which are, you know, innovative, creative, communicative, you know, those foundations
Right.
is what I think Four Bridges is all about.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. So I know obviously you've built this successful company, and I'm sure I know the answer to this already, but I'm sure it's you just stay in lending. But
Right.
if you weren't in lending, what would be something that you would be doing career-wise?
You know, I think about that all the time. And, you know, in 2008, when the markets were crashing, a lot of mortgage lenders were like, what are we going to do if this happens? And of course, it never happens. You always get through it. I'm a marketing guy, so my vision is what it is. So I might be doing something of branding companies in a marketing position. And I love the outdoors. So there's a real good chance I might own a landscaping company because I love landscaping around a home. I mean, it's near and dear to my heart. I've helped many of my neighbors develop their landscaping around their houses and stuff. So stuff like that. I mean, it's always about branding and marketing. The vision that I've always had is behind us here, these companies. And we've got a couple more opportunities we're going to be announcing in the next month. But it's exciting. And surrounding yourself with a team of individuals is what team is all about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So brand is everything. You have great marketing with Lacey, and something similar that I would be doing as well is I used to have a deck building company, so I always feel like I would go back to building decks for homeowners. So definitely feel that same energy there. And then ultimately, so if you have a new mortgage lender or a lender in general, what kind of advice would you give to them getting started in, like, let's just say this year, getting started to move forward in their career? What would you give them?
If a new loan officer, whether it be commercial or real estate, is coming into the market, which we look to hire them because you got to create that bench strength for the future, right? Basically, it's doing the fundamentals of any sales job. Communicate, right? Always communicate. You've got to brand yourself. No matter what you do, whatever sales position you are, because this is all sales we're doing. You're just selling money to different mediums, right? But you've got to constantly brand yourself. We talk about social media. It's different than it was when I got in the business because there was none. Back then, you had to go hand out business cards and meet and greet eye to eye and stuff like that. But that's changed. You could do a podcast. You can do your Facebook Live stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there. So. But you got to brand yourself. But what I would tell any individual that's getting into the business now is never give up. Rates will go up. Rates will go down. Your customers will never go away. If you stay in front of them, the customer that you refinance or buys a house with you in 2022 in this high rate market is going to refinance when the rates come down in 2025, and then their kids and their kids and their kids will buy houses. I've seen 3 and 4 generations of families that I've done that with.
Right. So like rates change, but you need to keep your brand
Rates
and who
change.
you are and the
Exactly.
service that you provide for your clients
Absolutely.
the same.
That's key.
Because the economical conditions will change.
Yep.
Well, so I mean, do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap this
No,
up?
I just think when you think of four bridges and the four pillars of strength, I think the harmony of all of the pillars together creates success, and you can execute your business. And that's with communication, that's with trust, and again, assembling the right team under your brand is the key. Is getting good employees, and
Absolutely, the people is everything.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, so this is a great studio here too. I'm glad you guys were able to
Yeah,
construct
this
and
was like
build
a
it out.
6-month venture to get going, and
And-
and Lacey was a huge part of this, putting it together. And I told her, I said, when we put this together, we want to do it right. So we
Right,
got all
and you
the
have,
components. Someone like yourself, you can check off the box better than I can with that.
Yeah, this is like a dream for me, and it's been great being able to use it, and I really
Right.
appreciate that. I'm glad that we were able to sit down finally and have a conversation because it's been so insightful for my own business and learning about what has gotten Four Bridges so far, and it's
Right.
got so many ideas in my head now. So and you're right, the people that make the business
Right.
are the business. So
And I would just tell everybody that's getting in the future's now.
absolutely,
So.
get in it. Let's go.
Got
All
it.
right, excellent.
Thank you.